Rainforests have been defined as multi-storied, closed, broad-leaved forest vegetation with a continuous tree canopy of variable height and with characteristic diversity of species and life forms. Rainforests cover 3,878,519 kilometers squared worldwide. Rainforests are found in Central and South America, Southeast Asia, as well as islands near it, and West Africa. There is generally a flow of air that comes from the poles of the Earth towards the equator. These winds are filled with moisture to rise, cool, and then condense to create rain. This continuous cycle causes it to rain almost 24 hours a day. There are one or more dry months in this tropical biome. However, if one would visit, they would see it is still astonishingly wet. The trees in a tropical forest are so densely packed that rain falling on the canopy can take as long as 10 minutes to reach the ground. The rainforest receives 4.06 to 10.16 centimeters of rain per year. The rainforest generally has a constant temperature of 26.5 degrees Celsius. In the rainforests, there are 4 different layers. At the bottom, there is the forest floor. This is the darkest part of the forest, as less than 2% of sunshine reaches the floor. Due to the lack of sunlight, leaves, seeds, and fruits decay quickly. The forest floor is home to the largest animals in the forest. Next, there is the understory. This level is where the lichens, orchids, and ferns grow. The plants have to have large leaves to gather the sunlight, as only 2 to 15% reaches this level. On top of the understory, there is the canopy. This is known as the primary layer of the forest. The canopy is home of monkeys, parakeets, as well as many others. The leaves in the canopy provide the source of power to the forest. The plants yield more fruit, seeds, and flowers, attracting a vast variety of animals and birds. They also play an important role in regulating regional and global climate because of the heat, water, vapor, and atmospheric gases. Finally, there is the emergent. This is the uppermost layer. It is also known as the dominance. The tallest trees are found here. They can tower as much as 200 feet above the forest floor. Many birds inhabit this area, such as eagles and parrots. The rainforest is 5,500,000 kilometers squared. It embraces 2/3 of the South American continent. Some of the countries it covers are Brazil, Colombia, and Peru, as well as many more. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest remaining natural resource, representing 50% of the total rainforests. Rainforests once covered 14% of the Earth's land surface. Now they cover a mere 6%. The Amazon rainforest is known as the lungs of the planet, as it produces more than 20% of the Earth's oxygen. More than 50% of the world's plant and animal species inhabit the 6% of the world that is covered in rainforest. The Amazon has 1,500 species of flowering plants and 750 species of trees. There are 50 to 200 different tree species per hectare in the forest. An estimated 90% of Amazon rainforest plants have not been studied by modern science. It is found that 70% of the plants in the rainforest have been found to have anti-cancer properties. The Amazon contains 30% of all the flora and fauna in the world. In the Amazon rainforest, there are 125 species of mammals, 100 species of reptiles, and 60 species of amphibians. There are also 150 species of butterflies and 400 species of birds that account for 1/3 of the bird population. The Amazon River has over 2,000 different species of fish. The Amazon basin contains 1/5 of the world's fresh water. The river flows through 9 different countries. There are many plants found in the Amazon rainforest that are used as and in medicines. Over 121 prescription drugs currently sold worldwide come from plant sources. The cocoa tree produces more than 150 chemicals in its leaves, seeds, fruit, and bark. People used to use it to treat anxiety, fever, fatigue, and coughs. It was also used to treat kidney stones, cuts, and burns, and recently, heart disease. The annatto plant has been used as insect repellent, used for lowering blood pressure. Colombians used to use certain parts to treat snake bites. Today it's used in South America to treat heartburn. Clovelia is used to kill viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. The periwinkle plant, found in the forests in Madagascar, has increased the survival rate in child leukemia from 20% to 80%. According to the team in the Rainforest Alliance, around the world people are clearing land to grow crops. While people need to grow food, in many countries there are no laws to prevent people from entering the forest, cutting it down, burning the dry vegetation, and planting seeds. Because most of a rainforest's nutrients are found in its diverse flora, the soils that support so much biodiversity are actually quite thin and poor. The farmers can grow crops in the ashes of burned forests for a few years, but eventually the nutrient-poor soils give out, and the colonists must farther into the forest and start over. The abandoned lands are often used by ranchers to graze livestock. On average, 6 acres of pasture land in the tropics are needed to feed just one cow. People who need wool for fuel also cause deforestation. When timber companies cut down valuable hardwoods in a forest in an irresponsible way, the process usually destroys all surrounding vegetation and jeopardizes the wildlife dependent on the lost vegetation. Illegal logging is also a problem. Development projects like dams, new settlements, highways, and large-scale mining and petroleum projects are also leading causes of deforestation. The plants rely on animals to defecate and decompose to fertilize the soil, which makes them grow better and healthier. Animals rely on the plants to provide them with food, shelter, and oxygen.